Yes, people, or what is going on YouTube? Back with another video. And I'm actually enjoying making YouTube content over TikTok at the moment because it's a little bit more laid back. I can explain things a little bit better, so I'm enjoying it. And I thought, why not do a video letting you know which are my favorite fragrance pickups of this year so far? As you know, it's April now, and I think I've secured maybe 50, 60 plus fragrances this year so far already. Obviously, I'm in a fortunate enough position where I'm getting sent a load of fragrances that are fantastic as well. So I'm super fortunate about that. But I thought out of all of those fragrances, which ones are my absolute favorites? I thought I'd let you guys know. So without further ado, let's get into it. And loads of people normally leave their favorite fragrance till last, but I'm going to tell you guys straight away because I can't wait to talk about this one. This one is from Stephan H Lucas and it is called Isra and Mirage. I'll give you a little close up of the bottle there. Got the gold, look at the lid, the detail on there. Everything just works with this one. And so far in my collection, I have three other Stephan H Lucas fragrances. So I've got Venom and Carnate, of course, which is my favorite. I've got Pink Boa, which is right above me. And I also have Sundance. So to get this in my collection now, I'm gassed. And with this fragrance, I actually smelt this one back in January. Fun fact, when I linked up with AJ Tracy, he actually gifted me a 5 ml little sample of this one, and I was wearing it. I really enjoyed it. I dropped some content on it, and then Stephan H Lucas hit me up and said, look, we want to send you this one out. So I was more than excited. And when I wore this on skin, I was like, raw, because I'd never smelt anything like this. When you put your nose to it straight away, it gives you a Middle Eastern vibe, and that's the kind of clientele this fragrance was made for, I believe. And the balance in this just works. Every single thing in this is meant to be in this. No ingredients more overpowering than other. Everything's in perfect sync with each other. It's a sweet fragrance. It's a little bit powdery as well. You got some florals in there. There's some woods in there as well. And it's just got a nice ambery kind of cashmere cozy vibe. So yeah, I literally think anyone will like this scent. And when I smell this fragrance, one thing kind of comes to mind, and I've explained it on my TikTok before, but when I first smelled this fragrance and I closed my eyes, all I could picture was being on holiday abroad somewhere and you're on the beach, the sun is setting where it's still like warm, but you still got that nice cozy, cool breeze in the air. And then you got the waves coming into shore. It's just got that kind of holiday, summery, breezy feel to it. I know it's a weird way to explain a fragrance, but that's what I get. So yeah, man, first on this list is Isra and Mirage. I would give this fragrance a 10 out of 10. I can't really fault this one. So next time you guys are out trying the fragrances, stay away from God of Fire, try Mango Kiss, and then try Isra and Mirage for sure. And the next fragrance on this list is from the house of Biro. And this is actually my first Biro fragrance in my collection. And this one is called Vanille Antique. And let me give you a close-up of the bottle. Look at that kind of brownish golden juice. Absolutely beautiful, man. And for me, Byredo is a little bit of a weird fragrance house. Loads of people are telling me to go and try fragrances from them like Mojave Ghost and all of that. And I remember going there and trying it and thinking, nah, I'm not sure what this is about, you know. But then I saw this color juice and I was like, you know what? I need to try it. I tried this along with Tobacco Mandarin and I believe it is Rouge Chaotique. And this one was my favorite. It was more subtle, whereas the other two were proper beast mode scents. And when I dropped the review on this fragrance, loads of people are like, oh nah, that's not for me, it smells a little bit old. And I do understand why. It does smell a little bit like a classic powdery musky scent that's like a kind of old women's fragrance. That's the only way I can explain it, because the musk in this is not toned down, it's proper like punchy in this, but you do have a nice sweet vanilla in there. You do have some dry woods in there as well, but the best thing about this, it has plum in the top. And I don't pick up plum directly, but you pick up like a fruity, sweet vanilla, which is just, it smells gorgeous to me, man. And I remember seeing this fragrance last year when I tried it and I was like, oh, I want a bottle of it. But I think the price of it was £260 for 50 ml. And I was like, it's a little bit steep for a 50 ml. I didn't want to pay anything over 200, but obviously I got gifted it, so I'm gassed about that. And I've worn this a few times on dates already. Look how much juice I've used already. And I've really enjoyed it. Like, it does sit closer to the skin. It doesn't project all that well, but it's a nice intimate kind of sexy, sensual fragrance in my opinion. But yeah, I'd love to know you guys' thoughts on this one. So let me know down in the comments. But if you was looking for a cozy, ambery, warm, sensual, seductive kind of fragrance, then look no further. And next up on this list, I've got two from the same house because I got them together, and it's from the house of Manera. So we have Eternal Wood and we have Amberfall. So here's a close-up real quick of Eternal Wood right there, and then here we have Amberfall there. So when I was in Milan last month, I did get invited down to the Montal store to meet Emile, which is the daughter of Pierre Montal, which is crazy. And then she gifted me these fragrances, which were not even out yet at the time. So let's start off with Eternal Wood. The name's a bit mad, I can't even lie, but smell-wise, it is a DNA that we're used to. Like, loads of people love the fragrances like How Tame by Parfums de Marly, and of course Oud for Greatness by Initio Parfums. And this is in the same realm as that, but there is a little difference in there. This has more of a smoky incense, but like a vibrant incense, not dark and leathery. It's got like a more bright, sparkly incense in there. And it has a little bit of sweetness, not too much. It doesn't lean in the smoky direction, it leans more sweet. And I think this one is just going to be a banger. As soon as this drops here in the UK and Harrods, I'm telling you, probably within a week, it's going to be gone. And when I was at the store talking to Emile, she said the inspiration behind this fragrance was when she was walking through like a little jungle in Tulum in Mexico. And on the trees, they had Palo Santo, which is like a type of like smoky wood that they was burning on the trees. And the sun was coming through like the trees, and then she could smell this, and that is the inspiration behind the fragrance, which pretty good. I think there's a picture posted on Manera's Instagram, so check it out if you haven't seen it already. But yeah, man, I think this is of course more of a cooler weather fragrance. I don't know how well this will do in summer, but I do have to say this layered with Amberfall, they work so well. And now that leads me on so nicely to Amberfall, which this is kind of different to everything in Manera's collection already. I know they're used to having beast mode fragrances that project super well. This is not it, I'm afraid, but there's still a place for it in your collection, and I'll tell you why. This, first of all, it smells citrusy. You get like a bubble gum or Haribo gummy bears in the opening. That's what I get anyway. And obviously you get the warm, cozy amber and maybe tonka bean or vanilla in there as well. I put this on my skin and I was like, okay, like it's all right. And then 2 or 3 hours later, I was like, this smells totally different, but it smelled incredible. And I do have to say, if you go into the store when this is available and you spray this on the test strip and then smell it, you can hardly smell it. So I don't want no one messaging me like, oh, yeah, you said it smells like this, but I tried it on a test strip and it smells nothing alike. You cannot try this one on a test strip. It has to go on skin. And normally with amber-based fragrances, you'll more associate them with cooler weather, autumn and winter. But this one, it's got that fresh little sweetness in it where you can definitely wear this spring and summer without a doubt. And I'm telling you, even if you just buy this to layer with your favorite fragrances to create a kind of different combination, I think you'll be happy with this one. I've used a fair bit of it already. I'm not sure if you can see in there, but you don't need to spray too much of this. Just spray what you want to wear first, spray 2 of this on top, and you're good to go. And the next fragrance on this list is from Matière Première, and is actually my first fragrance from this house as well as Byredo earlier on. And this one is called Crystal Saffron. And I've literally only got one bad thing to say about the fragrance, and it is that I bought a 50 ml instead of 100 because I know I'm going to run through this juice real quick. And with this, I have to give you guys a story time quickly because I went to an event at Liberty London and there was like 300 people in the room, loads of brands was in there, everyone was smelling of fragrances, and there was this one guy standing next to me and my guy, and I was like, yo, what is that smell like? It smells incredible. Every time he was moving around, I'm just getting whiffs of it. And I had to go up to him and I said to him, sorry, excuse me, like, I have to ask, what fragrance are you wearing? And he's like, yeah, it's Crystal Saffron. And then I recognized his face and I was like, oh, like, what'd you do, by the way? And he was like, yeah, I'm the owner and perfumer of Matière Première, which is absolutely crazy. So this one fragrance was literally filling up an entire room and it's all I could smell. So I was like, you know what, after smelling it, I have to get it. And if you haven't tried this one, what you're going to get in there is obviously some saffron in there, which it gives it kind of like a sweet but dirty spiciness to it. Then you're also going to pick up some leather, well, I do anyway, and then you get a slight muskiness in the base. But when I put it to my nose, and when I've worn it on skin as well, I get a kind of lipstick powderiness to the scent. And I would definitely class Crystal Saffron as a beast mode fragrance, but not like Oud Maracuja or Ombre Nomad where there's just crazy sillage on it. This one is more a nice scent bubble is what you get from this fragrance, which is what I'm looking for. So haven't worn this yet properly, but the next official date night when I go out, this is what I'm going to be wearing. And I really want to try more fragrances from Matière Première, so I beg you guys, put me on, because I think the next one I want to pick up is called Falcon Leather. Let me know if that's any good. And now on to the last fragrance on this list. So this one is from Nichane, and this one is called Woongcha, but this is Woongcha X. And this stuff is a joke. Like, when I say it's a joke, it is just filthily good, like, if I can explain a fragrance that way. So I've got nearly all of the fragrances from the X collection apart from 100 Silent Ways, and then obviously they just released their new one called Tuberosa X in a white and red bottle. But this one, this is close to Nichane Annie X for me. And in this fragrance, what you get is heavy citruses, so almost to the point where it's tipping over the edge in being a bit more like detergent, but it's not there yet. So with this, they've got yuzu in this, which is proper rich. It's a little bit sour even, and there's, I think, green tea and fig in this as well. But the best thing about this fragrance is the projection. So I went out on a little date night, or I done a get ready with me a little while ago, and I sprayed maybe I done like 8 sprays, and this was maybe 10 o'clock in the morning. Still like 9, 10 p.m. All I'm getting is this. Like, it was filling up every single room I was going into. The projection on it was crazy. I never went nose blind to it for the whole time, which is insane. Normally when you wear a fragrance, you stop kind of smelling it after a certain amount of time. And this stuff was on me the whole day. And the best thing about this fragrance is, with it being a more citrus dominant scent, on me, they don't normally last, and on a lot of people, citrus fragrances don't last that long. So if you guys are looking for a beast mode citrus fragrance that is going to project and fill rooms, then you have to get Woongcha X, or the one above me called Blue Talisman, which is equally as good. But yeah, man, especially when you wear a fragrance and you get a few compliments, it always helps. So yeah, this is definitely one of the best pickups of the year so far. So yeah, man, they are the 6 fragrances in my collection I'm absolutely loving right now so far this 2024. And there's still 8 months to go, so I don't know what fragrances I'm going to be able to pick up that are going to top all of these. It's going to be difficult, but I'm excited for the journey anyway. And I know I say this in every single video, but you know, liking, comments, sharing, subscribing, it does help the channel. And anyone who's watching this video now, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And yeah, man, let me know down in the comments what you thought of these pickups. What is your favorite pickup of this year so far, or what are you excited to get coming up for the rest of the year? And yeah, man, let me know some more videos you want to see down in the comments, and I'll make sure to get that done for you. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, love for the love, my people.